I know you're both a pair of losers. All the Paul family suck.
Can you imagine seeing that? Can you imagine being involved in that area? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine those being your friends? You can't even imagine, you know, the trauma, the mental trauma that would, how that would affect anybody. Even people passing the other way.
Yeah, man, I feel for that. I'm hoping everybody fame is good, and I'm hoping, you know, speedy recovery. That's all I gotta say, man. I gotta do better.
Tyson Fury blasts Jake Paul following shocking involvement in Anthony Joshua crash and doesn't hold back. Fury's words make it clear that Paul's actions, directly or indirectly tied to this horrific accident, cross a line. Amid tragedy, Fury reminds the world that respect and humanity matter more than hype or rivalry, calling out the shocking recklessness that put lives at risk.
They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate.
Tyson Fury reacts with shock and fury, highlighting Jake Paul's shocking involvement in Anthony Joshua's horrific crash. He underscores the tragic loss of two of AJ's closest friends, emphasizing the human cost behind the headlines. Fury's words are a mix of outrage, concern, and moral warning, reminding the world that recklessness and fame cannot outweigh the value of life. Jarrell Miller reacts with deep empathy for Anthony Joshua, calling attention to the shocking involvement of Jake Paul and his family in the chain of events leading to the crash. He stresses how devastating it is to witness such tragedy online, reflecting on the human cost, the loss of AJ's two friends, and the responsibility that comes with fame.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ, you know, we're not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, you know, I feel like, man, it's mentally, like, kind of draining looking at this stuff all day online. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Was like, now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies before and all that. Man, I don't even know how to even express myself.
Joe Rogan raises critical questions about Anthony Joshua's health after the shocking crash, wondering about potential head or neck injuries. He hints at the long-term effects, while the chaos surrounding Jake Paul's involvement looms in the background. The commentary reflects concern, uncertainty, and the brutal reality of how quickly a fighter's life can change.
And who knows what happened to him when he survived, right? Like, did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? Like, what is he okay? Like, is he 100%? Or is he always going to be a little fucked from that?
Johnny Nelson reflects on the tragic accident that claimed the lives of two of AJ's closest friends, emphasizing how fleeting and fragile life is. He highlights that even boxing rivalries pale in comparison to real loss and subtly points at Jake Paul's involvement, reminding the world that fame and recklessness can have deadly consequences.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and, you know, these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing your life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men were somebody's child, someone's brother, and that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their life.
Pain Game highlights the immense physical toll the accident has taken on Anthony Joshua, noting how even a seasoned fighter is vulnerable. He underscores the danger created by Jake Paul's reckless actions, emphasizing the care needed when extracting someone from such a violent crash, and reminding fans that survival itself is miraculous.
Such a severe car accident there. Like, alright, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to make...
Eddie Hearn stresses the importance of immediate care and support for Anthony Joshua and his grieving friends' families after the horrific crash. He hints at the chaos surrounding Jake Paul's shocking involvement, highlighting that fame and money can't prevent tragedy. Hearn emphasizes responsibility, empathy, and ensuring both AJ and the victims' families receive proper attention.
Of dealing with the inquiries and the media, and you can imagine how many people are trying to find out.
John Fury reacts with sheer relief at Anthony Joshua's survival, capturing the emotional shock felt across the boxing world. He underscores how quickly fortunes can change, from triumph in the ring to near tragedy on Nigeria's roads, and indirectly calls attention to Jake Paul's reckless involvement in the events leading up to the crash. Fury's words serve as a sobering reminder that life is fragile, fame offers no immunity, and survival itself is miraculous. His commentary blends gratitude, concern, and warning, emphasizing the mental and emotional toll on AJ and his circle, while urging fans to appreciate life beyond fights and social media spectacles.
Bless you, AJ. You one lucky lad. God bless you, man. I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody, and try and enjoy the new year as much as you can.
Chris Eubank Jr. reacts with visible concern over Anthony Joshua's shocking accident, highlighting the fragility of life even for top athletes. He emphasizes that AJ's survival is miraculous, but the psychological and physical toll on him and his close friends, two of whom tragically died, cannot be understated. Eubank subtly critiques the reckless actions surrounding the incident, hinting at Jake Paul and his family's role in the events leading up to the crash. His reaction blends empathy, disbelief, and caution, reminding fans and the boxing world that fame and money can't shield anyone from tragedy, and that the focus now must be on recovery and supper. Sonny Faz narrates the full gravity of the situation, illustrating how Anthony Joshua went from global fame and fortune to near tragedy in moments. He reminds viewers that even the most powerful athletes are vulnerable when life turns on a dime. The loss of two of AJ's closest friends adds a heartbreaking dimension, and Sonny Faz subtly critiques Jake Paul's role, showing how previous conflicts can escalate into real-world consequences. The commentary balances awe, grief, and tension, portraying AJ not just as a fighter, but as a man grappling with mortality, loss, and the responsibility of surviving amidst chaos that fame and recklessness sometimes create.
Is 2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places, decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what days you're left.
Johnny Nelson delivers a heart-wrenching reflection on Anthony Joshua's tragic accident, stressing how fleeting and fragile life can be. He points out that no amount of fame, money, or in-ring battles compares to the real pain of losing close friends. 2 of AJ's companions lost their lives in this horrific crash, a fact Nelson emphasizes to remind the boxing world and fans that tragedy spares no one. His words carry both sorrow and wisdom, highlighting the emotional trauma for witnesses, families, and Joshua himself. It's a sobering moment that reframes the conversation from fights and rivalries to empathy, life, and human vulnerability.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is, and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs, and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these 2 men who were somebody's child, someone's brother, and that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their life.
Gareth A. Davies offers a sharp analysis of the lead-up to Anthony Joshua's accident, linking the controversy surrounding his fight with Jake Paul to the chain of events that culminated in tragedy. He highlights the risks both fighters face, noting Paul's aggressive style and AJ's professional composure. Davies emphasizes how Joshua acted with class amid the pressure, yet external recklessness contributed to the shocking outcome. The commentary sheds light on the dangerous intersection of fame, high-stakes fights, and poor judgment, while stressing the human cost, 2 close friends lost, and serves as a cautionary tale to the boxing world about the consequences of negligence and spectacle.
I think in fact, it's some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all. because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon. Delusionally optimistic, in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy throughout.
Joe Rogan delivers a shocking but vital insight into Anthony Joshua's car accident, remarking that the absence of a seatbelt may have paradoxically saved his life. His commentary underscores the chaotic nature of the crash, emphasizing that survival often hinges on unpredictable factors beyond training or preparation. Rogan's perspective also draws attention to the broader dangers AJ faced outside the ring, highlighting the accident's life-altering consequences not only for him but also for the two friends who tragically lost their lives. The analysis blends medical curiosity with emotional gravity, reminding fans that even elite athletes are not immune to sudden disaster.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead. Probably,
no way.
Or fucking severely.
Liam Goff delivers a somber and deeply emotional update on Anthony Joshua's horrific car crash, emphasizing the devastating loss of two of AJ's close friends in the tragedy. His words capture the shock rippling through the boxing world, reminding fans that the consequences of accidents extend far beyond the injured athlete. Goff stresses the human side of the story, the grief, and the prayers needed for the families of those lost. This isn't just a sports headline, it's a profound tragedy that underlines the fragility of life. By highlighting the personal loss AJ endured, Goff adds a layer of empathy and seriousness, showing the mental, emotional, and social impact of such a shocking accident in the public eye.
Anthony Joshua injured in car accident. Two people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the two people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers.
Alexander Usyk reacts with heartfelt emotion, expressing profound sorrow over the loss of two of Anthony Joshua's closest friends, Slatifer, who were integral to AJ's team and personal life. Usyk highlights the human cost of the accident, showing solidarity with Joshua during this devastating time. His words serve as both tribute and reassurance, reminding fans of the bond between teammates and friends beyond the ring. By acknowledging the families and friends affected, Usyk emphasizes empathy and compassion, framing the incident not just as a shocking accident, but a deeply personal tragedy that touches everyone connected to AJ.
Alexander Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna et Latif are two incredible people who are not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong, champion."
Showbiz The Dult breaks down chaotic circumstances surrounding Anthony Joshua's accident with precise detail, highlighting that AJ's SUV collided with a stationary truck. Thun certain tubut additional factor sorpresendersen lie intensifies the gravity of the situation. This commentary brings serial world investigatival, emphasizing how unpredictable road incidents can have life-altering consequences, even for elite athletes. Underscores the need for thoughts and prayers for Joshua and his family, Wiley implicitly warning Gabuthadanger soft high-profile travel and public scrutiny. Beyond the technicality of soft tech crash, the human element, loss, fear, and trauma, is front and center, painting a complete picture of how this single moment has sent shockwaves through the boxing community and the world.
Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony J. Joshua and his...
The shocking involvement of Jake Paul in Anthony Joshua's horrific car crash has sent ripples through the entire boxing world. Fans are left reeling, questioning how one moment can change everything. Lives lost, careers impacted, and friendships shattered. Tyson Fury's explosive reaction highlights the anger and disbelief, while the tragic loss of AJ's two closest friends reminds us of the human cost behind the headlines. From John Fury to Alexander Usyk, the boxing community is rallying around Joshua, showing solidarity in a moment of unimaginable grief. This accident is more than a story, it's a chilling reminder of life's fragility and the consequences of reckless choices. As we process these events, the spotlight now also falls on the Paul family, whose actions are under intense scrutiny. Fans, what do you think should happen next? Share your thoughts, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for exclusive updates as the shocking saga unfolds.